I mentioned that Feedonomics is the global leader, and there are a couple of things that will give you confidence that if you choose to really engage with Feedonomics, you're starting with the best, or it's our opinion that it's the best. So first of all, roughly 30% of the top 1,000 internet retailers use Feedonomics. That is incredible penetration, and nobody else comes close to my knowledge. Then on the right-hand side, one of the things that got us so excited about Feedonomics is we went out and talked to both customers of theirs, BigCommerce customers using Feedonomics, like the ones you see on the right, as well as major ad agencies. And think of it, if you're an ad agency whose business it is to help companies spend their ad dollars on the internet, and your promise to those companies is that we're going to give you a better return, better demand generation, better sales generation by working with us as an ad agency than you would get from somewhere else. It says an awful lot when ad agencies basically declare, hey, look, we don't want to work with anybody who isn't first optimized on Feedonomics, because if their listings themselves, if their catalog and descriptions aren't optimized for the places where our customers spend money, then they're going to get a bad return. We can't do our spend optimization if the listings themselves aren't first optimized to perform. And so when I talk to some of these great ad agencies who use and deploy a lot of their customers on Feedonomics, like Logical Position, like Tenuity, they really say, hey, look, this is by far the best one out there. When I ask a question on a 0 to 10 scale, how likely are you to recommend Feedonomics? Every single customer I talked to and every single ad agency said 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. And I've never encountered that before. When I started asking the Net Promoter Score question of a service and only got strong promoters, 9s and 10s across the board. And this includes partners who have dozens or hundreds of merchants that they've deployed onto Feedonomics. And here's the other page that really talks about the importance on this. So on the left-hand side, that circle represents digital advertising and social commerce. E-commerce businesses spend a lot more in aggregate on their advertising of their products than they do on their e-commerce technology, right? E-commerce technology is us. And you, our customers, though, are spending a lot more on digital advertising because it's so important to you at generating sales. Therefore, we look at this and say, when there's an opportunity for us to help you spend that more effectively, and we can do so in a very impactful way, that's a big rationale for our acquisition of Feedonomics. And most importantly, we can see from our own data, we can analyze and have analyzed every month, 100% of all transactions around the world that occur on our customers' websites. And in aggregate, more than 20% of all of your sales are directly last touch click sourced from a paid advertising channel. The biggest, of course, are the search engines, Google Shopping, Microsoft, etc. Followed by, in no particular order, display ads, affiliates, and paid social networks. But by the way, it doesn't just have to be paid. As I mentioned, this was the paid part of it, but we need to add in the unpaid advertising you can do with feeds through Google Shopping and through social networks, and among other places. It's more than 20% of all of your sales, and that's for our customers who aren't even optimizing for the most part with Feedonomics. It could be higher at even better ROI if many of you were using a great feed management tool like Feedonomics. So that's a huge deal. That's more than 20% of your sales, and it could even be higher. And then on the right-hand side, for the sales that occur on marketplaces, that's basically 34% of all e-commerce, marketplace sellers through marketplace channels. And so when you add these two together, on average, it's about 50% of all e-commerce is going between these. And we want to help you, our customers, figure out how to really optimize your performance through these channels that make sense for your business.